Karibu tukuze matunda and welcome back to this channel. It's been 2 months since I last gave an update of our phase 2 Purple Passion project, and today we are celebrating small wins because, as you can see, our seedling or our vine has finally touched the trellis or the wire support system, though just a small percentage of the seedlings that we planted, but we have every reason to be grateful. So today is August the 30th. I will go back to this channel. You'll see that I last posted a video on, I think it was June 29th if I'm not wrong. So it's exactly 2 months since I last posted, and when I last posted, we did not have any of the vines that had touched the wire, or rather that had gone up completely, and now up there like we have now. And within those 2 months, if you look around, you can see that the ground is very green. We've been battling weed, a lot of quackers here and there, but we are grateful because we are among the few areas in this country that continues to receive very heavy rains. Yes, the rains here are they're very heavy, and whenever you hear of heavy rains here, they also come with their disadvantage, because what we've noted is that whenever we start experiencing very heavy rains, our passion seedlings kind of stagnate. You know that passion fruits love sunlight, and whenever it rains here, it continues being chilly. And then you'll also notice that, for example, on this particular vine, you see that yellowing of the leaves. Those are brown spots. Fungal infection, of course, goes up, and this is a good example of the setback that we have received. You can see the apical bud it's no longer there, and this was caused by the recent small heavier than normal rains that were accompanied by hailstones. So we had some of the vines taking a proper beating, and that's how we ended up. If you also take a closer look, you'll also notice that the leaves have been shredded. This is because of the hailstones. And so our fruits, I would say, are also on a recovery path. You see that breaking of leaves. Partly it's also caused by wind damage, but this particular one, it's as a result of the hailstones. I think it's today being Tuesday. Yeah, I think the rains that had hailstones came down on Thursday of last week, and on the upper section here where we have the older face, these ones also took a beating, and you can see some of the branches came off, and some of the fruits also, because for them they're already bearing fruits, some of the fruits also fell down. So it's normal, happens, not anything that you haven't experienced here. But out of the fruits that have grown in this farm, I think passion tends to be more resilient when it comes to hailstones. So setbacks will always be there, and expect that. But we are grateful because, as you can see, we have quite a number of, of vines that are doing well. Like I've said, some of them, for example, this particular one, you can see the apical bud is, you can see that branch, the shoot, was hurt, and you just allow it to regenerate. So not so bad, given that in the past, in our other crop, especially the tree tomatoes that are on the upper side of this farm, they're not looking so pretty. I don't even have the energy to do a video to just update, so I'll stay where things seems to be working. On that other upper side, if you are an ardent follower of this channel, you'll know that I also grow tree tomatoes. Things are not looking so good. The trees didn't handle their hailstones well, and the fruits also did come out. A lot of abortion of young fruits, flowers, and all shenanigans that you can ever think of. Not a very good sight. So at this particular stage, our vines are 4 months old from the time that we planted. If you go back to this channel, you should be able to see the very first video that I posted. Actually, there are 2 videos that I posted when we first planted them, how to plant a passion fruit, the care when we were installing these drips and all that. So you should be able to see all those videos. So for now, I think just to continue with our fungicide regime, because of the fungal infection, we've just emerged from a very cold season. That is the July season. So there was a lot of frost incidences, and they did affect our seedlings. But now we are grateful, because when it's raining heavily, then cases of excess cases of frost go down. So for now, I think we are looking up to, or rather we are looking forward to a season whereby after these very heavy rains, we expect sunlight or more sunshine, and that is when these vines do flourish. As long as the conditions remain the way it is right now, a lot of heavy rains, a lot of very heavy rains here. Once we are past this rainy season, then you'll see the vines brightening up, and you'll also see signs of rapid growth and flowering setting in and all that. Like I've said, passion fruits love sunlight, a lot of sunshine. So right now, as much as there's some little sunshine today, it's still cold. So once the situation reverses to the normal, sunshine, and without rains and this very cold temperature, then we expect our vines to pick up. So besides, of course, weeding the farm, I think the other thing that we continue to do is to, of course, remove suckers. And one other thing that I would also want to mention, when our vines are coming up from the ground up, as long as the vine is climbing up this isostring, we do not allow any lateral branches, neither do we allow any flowers. Because we noted that if you allow flowers when the vine is coming up, we noted that the vine tends to stagnate, and based on our past experience and experiments, we noted that if you allow the vine to just climb up and now allow flowering to start now taking place after the vine has climbed up and has well established we get better fruit, or rather from our past experiment, we noted that if you allow the flowers to develop and become fruits when the vine is going up, um, the vine stops growing upwards or vertically and start concentrating on the fruits and more branches, and as a result the vines take longer to get up. But we noted the ones that we discouraged from fruiting when the vine was growing up, when it got up there, we had more fruits and flowers establishing, and it was well anchored, because if you allow fruits to establish when it's going up, you find the vine becoming very heavy, and in many cases you'll find this string coming down, and supporting the vine becomes very difficult because of the extra weight of the fruit. So our standard in this farm is that as long as the vine is going up, we remove all the lateral branches and allow the vine to establish first, and no fruits and flowers allowed before the vine can fully establish and get up to the top where the trellis is or the wire is. So there are very many schools of thought, but for us here, based on our past experiment, we do not simply allow flowering or fruiting at this stage. So for example, if we take a closer look here, you notice there is a flower there, a bud that is about to, yeah, you can see it there. So we definitely remove all these, right, so that we allow the vine to concentrate on going up without many side businesses or fruits at this particular stage. I hope I'm clear, and I've said that is according to us. That's how we do it, and it is based on our past experience, experiments and stuff. Out there you'll find people who believe that they shouldn't let go the first fruits, and it's okay, but here for us, in fact the industry standard, if you talk to serious growers of passion, they'll tell you the same. And of course this vine is very young to start bearing fruit. You'd want it to have more branches, to become well established, to have more, or rather to become bigger for it to give you better fruit quality. So that is the explanation behind that. The other thing, of course, we had recently fertilized our fruits. Of course, the bottom is that we used a lot of well compost goat manure, but of course we supplement that with fertilizers. So after the rains will also be, because we'll now embark to our normal irrigation, we will embark on that is of course after weeding, removing this weed that keeps on growing, which is a good sign. We will embark on just fertilizing our fruits to make sure that they can continue growing. So thank you so much, and I hope I'll keep you posted as we move on with this project. And thank you so much also for subscribing and for all the encouragement and all the feedback, and thank you again for being our ardent follower. Asante, bye.